Well, hello there, friends. Today is a very exciting day because it is time to pack for my Alaska cruise. So first I'll tell you a little bit about this trip. So we are going to be sailing with Royal Caribbean on the Quantum of the Seas. This cruise is a round trip from Seattle, and so we will be starting in Seattle and then going up to Sitka, Icy Strait Point, Juneau, and Vancouver, and then back to Seattle. We're gonna be away for a total of 11 days, including the travel days on both ends of the trip. So the first night is gonna be spent on a red-eye flight, the second night in a Seattle area hotel, and then 7 nights on the ship, and then the last night at a SeaTac hotel until we fly home the next morning. This means there's gonna be a fair bit of moving around. And when you're in one place for one night, you really don't want to have to upend the entire suitcase in order to just get out the essentials for the night. So I will be packing in a way that I can really just take out the essentials that I need for the one night in the hotels without disturbing too much of the suitcase. I'm hoping, and it's my goal, to make this video as useful as possible and not just like a packing disaster vlog. Don't get me wrong. I like watching people's packing disaster vlogs. Sometimes the chaotic energy is just exciting and it's just fun, but I don't want to be chaotic energy today, really. I want this vlog to be just as useful as possible. There's this YouTuber, you've probably heard of her, Ashlyn Eaton. She just makes the best packing videos. I love her packing videos. I watch them on repeat even when I'm not packing for anything because they're just so relaxing and well done, and she just does this super calming voiceover. It's just so aesthetic how she lays out each item and puts it in the bag, and it's just so beautiful to watch. She is like goals in a video, and she just gives the impression that she has it all together. I don't know if I'll ever have it all together or even be able to give the impression that I have it all together to the point that she does. But so you can just go and enjoy her videos if you want super beautiful, calming packing videos. But I'm going to do my best to not be chaotic energy, but at least be somewhat organized and tidy so that you can get some actual good ideas and tips and tricks and, packing theory from this video. In real life, I'm a pretty last minute packer. Packing just doesn't scare me anymore. I've packed for a lot of trips and a lot of different kinds of trips. So I am one of those people who's packing like a hurricane the last night before the trip. So just doing the process of making this video is quite a departure from my usual habits. The fact that I'm packing and doing this video is I am doing this very early compared to my usual habits, and so you are not going to see the usual packing hurricane that it usually is, but you probably don't want to. Also, in general, I tend to pack for 2 people simultaneously. The husband, bless his heart, he really can't be trusted to pack. He would be the one who packs an entire carton of Q-tips and no deodorant and forget his toothbrush. So I pack for him. I don't mind. And that usually adds to the chaos even more because it looks very disorganized. I have his stuff here and my stuff here and just stuff everywhere, but it always comes together. I'm not going to be showing all of his clothes and stuff, but I will be showing the toiletry bag and the liquids bag that he carries because between our 4 bags, 2 toiletry bags and 2 liquids bags, it's all kind of complementary. So it wouldn't be like a full picture to show just mine, but not his. So that I will be showing. But besides those things, everything is just going to be me packing my own things and trying to make it look as neat and tidy and aesthetic as possible. It is officially 9 days or something before the trip. We're ridiculously early to be packing in my usual world, but we are going to start packing, at least start picking out outfits. Even that is something that I don't usually do. The idea of picking out outfits and talking through it sounds strange to me, but I'm gonna do it anyway. If you enjoy packing videos, please subscribe if you haven't already. and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future rants, rambles, recommendations, and packing tips. So let's get going. Hello. It is time to pack. Kind of. So I'm going to be picking out all of the outfits that I'm going to be wearing on my Alaska cruise. So I've never been on an Alaska cruise. I know that cruises tend to be, people like to dress up on cruises. I think we have 2 formal nights on this cruise. But then I've also heard that Alaska cruises tend to be a lot less dressy than like Caribbean cruises. So people tend to walk around in their sweatpants on Alaska cruises just because it's cold, I guess. A lot more than they would on any other type of cruise. So I guess I am going to pack a couple of nicer outfits, something, I guess a little bit of a nicer wardrobe, definitely nicer than if I was just going on a regular run-of-the-mill city walk or definitely a theme park trip. So I think it's gonna skew a little bit nicer, a couple of nice evening outfits, not like black tie or anything. I don't even have anything that could be black tie. I've already started actually, those are my husband's suit jackets. So we are going to bring those. You're not here to see men's suit jackets, I know. Okay, so let's see. So I have my clothing list that you saw in the last video pulled up on my laptop over there. And I think I'm just going to start pulling clothes. So we're going to see where this goes. So the first thing, 1 or 2 dresses and nude jersey bike shorts. So I'm definitely going to bring the bike shorts. Bike shorts, those are easy. Okay, and then 2 dresses. So I have these silk dresses. I love them all, and I'm not sure which one I'd want to pack. So it's like I want to bring 2 of them, but I feel like I shouldn't bring 2 of the same dress. Let's see. I feel like this green one might go with Alaska, and I think it's the least like formal, so I may feel the most comfortable wearing this one. And then I was also thinking this dress. This is like a cozy, it's like a knit dress. It's pretty warm. So I don't know if these can be, maybe they can be layered and that can be a different look. So yeah. So okay, I'm definitely gonna bring this one. So that can go with me, and this one, I think I'm gonna take this one for now. So we can let that dress. I don't know. Like, should I make an exception? Like, should I make an exception for this trip? Should I bring an extra dress? I guess we'll see. I'll have to see if it fits in my packing cubes. But yeah. So 1 midi skirt or a pair of trousers. I think I do want to bring a skirt. So I have just a black one or like these. One of them is green. Which one would go? Like, because I was thinking if I wanted to do maybe this red dress, and then it could match with the skirt. Oh, this is harder than I thought it was gonna be. I thought this would be easy, and I would have just a nice packing clip. This is not going to be as hard as actually this kind of matches. So I could wear this skirt either with some top, or I could make it casual with a crop top. Or I think it would also match with the green. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this skirt. So that 2 or 3 shorts. Do I really? Okay, I should bring some shorts. Do I really need like 2 or 3 shorts? Well, okay. Do I want to bring jean shorts? I always bring a pair of jean shorts, just kind of, I feel like they're good to have. Like, I'm gonna be walking around the ship wearing jean shorts. Well, okay, I guess I always just bring these comfortable athletic shorts. They're good for everything, so I'm gonna bring those. Let me think about the Well, okay, I think I probably will. I always bring one, so just like, these are my lightest jean shorts, so I think I'm just gonna bring those. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. 4 joggers or linen pants. So this is gonna include the one that I'm wearing on the plane. So I do want to bring a pair of sweatpants. So these pants I got from Old Navy. I wanted them because my husband has has a lot of pairs of zippered joggers that have zippers in the pockets, and I don't have any, and like I was jealous of his zipper pockets, so I got these. They're actually really nice, so definitely gonna bring those. I bought them, I think, with the intention of wearing them on the plane, but I don't know. I may wear them on the plane, but they're not the bulkiest item, and like I do want to bring a pair of sweatpants. So if I want to bring these sweatpants, like these are a lot bulkier, so maybe those. Okay, so those would be enough casual pants. I want to bring linen pants. These need a good lint rolling, but these are like a pair of linen, full length linen kind of trouser pants with a tie waist. I think they're pretty nice. They can be dressed up or down, kind of. So yeah, I think I did want to bring these on the trip. So I need one more pair of pants. So my option, I can bring. So I have these pants that are the same as the black pants, but these are in a petite length, so they're just a little bit more cropped and they have a little bit of a different look. They're a little bit more casual just because they're green. So, and they're comfortable. So I could bring these. The other option was I have these. So we're not doing any like hardcore excursions, so we're not doing anything weird for the port days. I think we're just gonna like get off the ship and walk around in the ports, so we won't be doing anything really that strenuous or athletic, but I am expecting it to be raining, so I kind of wanted to have clothes that were kind of quick drying, that if I did get wet I won't be too miserable, at least until I can get back on the ship. So I was thinking of wearing these. They're pretty kind of thin material, so they're just a jogger, and they're black. They look a little nice, so I think I'm gonna bring those. So that's 4 pants already. Do I really need the sweatpants? Am I really gonna be walking around the ship in sweatpants, or would I just put on like what? Like when I'm in my room, I tend to just wear shorts anyway. So some people say the ship is cold though. Like I've heard both things. Like, and I don't know which one to believe. I guess it just depends. Like some people say the ship is surprisingly warm, for like they keep it really warm because outside is cold, and some people say it's just freezing in the ship. So I don't know what it's gonna be like. And I tend to get cold like in AC in the evening. So I like to wear cozy pants just when I'm hanging out in the room. Bring a blouse that I can wear. I think that's enough. So what am I'm sorry about my leggings. So these are my favorite Lulu dupes, colorful koala from Amazon. They're great leggings. They are quick drying, so those are good. Also got these. These are like, they're kind of a jersey material, and they're like a flared legging. Trying to be like the cool kids. So the thing with these leggings, I guess like I would want them to be able to be layered, and like I wouldn't be able to layer these really under the pants. So they would really be just for like wearing alone. I'm gonna bring them. Yeah, those are good. Okay, so 6 or 7 basic tees and tank tops. Okay, so I always bring my my basic like black t-shirts. So there's one. So I think since I have an extra dress, I'm only gonna bring, I think, six of these basics, and then I'll also bring like some extra like blouses. So I think what would go with let me pick the blouses. I feel like that'd be easier. So two other tee, so long sleeve. We'll just get that. That's my long sleeve tee. Two other tops and two blouses. So something that I can wear. I like to bring these like button. Oh, I think I never. I'm gonna bring the green dress. This always looks good with the green dress. It's cropped and it like kind of tucks in at the waist a little bit, so this is a cute thing to layer over the dress. So that's one blouse. And then I got these two from Shein for this, not kind of for this trip, but I didn't know which one really I would wear. So these are both to go under the dress. So I would have like a dress like this, and then I would like wear this under it. Either that or I would wear this one over it. Which one should I wear? So this would be kind of like an evening outfit. So if it's not as formal, which one would be? I think I'm gonna go with this one. So that blouse, it's cropped, but if I wore something, I think it's not so cropped that I can't wear it with this, you know. Yeah. You know, I only tried it on once. I can't remember, so I don't actually remember how cropped it is. I feel like it might be kind of cropped. So that means it would work over the dress, but it might not work with this skirt. I'll have to try that on. So, just regular tops now. So I got one t-shirt. I always bring more than one of those. So it's like black t-shirts. So I'm just gonna bring two t-shirts. Gray. It's nice to have. The gray can go with those bottoms. Matches everything. Will match with that skirt. It's 3. No, I don't need that. Okay, any other? 1, 2, 3. Let's do a size medium. 4 black shirts. That is my look. Lavender. Does this match with lavender? That look? I don't think so. So, how many do I have? I have 4. 3 gray ones. I should bring a tank top. Should bring an athletic. I think I should bring an athletic tank top. This beige can go with that beige skirt. Also would match with the brown. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So that's 5. And I need one more basic top. Okay, so what do I have? So I've got the 2 blouses. I need one more basic top. And I need the like other tops. So other tops are like layering tops. Or just Maybe in this case I'll bring it. But I do like to bring one of these. So I have a white, or I have a black. I like white. So that's an other top. So I need one more basic and one more other. Do I want to bring some sort of crop top? Bring a white crop top. Okay, I guess, is there any other like basic top that I'd want to bring? If not, I'm just gonna bring an extra t-shirt. This would be warm for me. Start getting cold. Maybe I'll bring this one. It looks a little bit like kind of priesty, but it's warm. So I think, and it'll keep my neck covered. So I think if it's really cold on one day, I'll want to wear that. So that's 6 tops, 2 blouses, and I need one more like kind of other top. I could bring another dress if I don't. Do I want to bring another dress? Am I gonna wear it? Honestly, no, probably not. If they're kind of as casual as I've heard, then let's be real, not gonna wear another dress. Let's see if I even wear those two. So, one more top, casual top. I don't really think I'm gonna be wearing anything cropped. The only thing that I would wear cropped would probably be over the dress. So with that skirt, pretty much all of these are all just basics. They can all go with that skirt. Shirts can be tied over the dress if need be. Those 2 blouses go over the dress for different looks. I'm pretty sure the dresses can be layered, so that's more looks. So get. Probably, yeah, I'm not gonna bring a crop top. I think I'm just gonna, Should I bring a flannel? Maybe I'll bring another tank top for layering though. I'll bring this one. It's kind of similar. It has this kind of collar, but it's a little more girly because it's a tank top. So I think let's go with that. So 1 or 2 dresses, 1 midi skirt, 2 shorts, 4 joggers, linen pants, 2 leggings, 6 or 7. So that's 6 basic tees and tanks. I have 1 long sleeve tee, 2 other tops, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay. So actually I have 6 kind of basics. I've got 7 kind of basic tees and tanks, and then 1 layering top. But that's fine. And then my 2 blouses that can go with, both blouses go with that dress. That dress is kind of a wear on its own thing, but maybe the blouse could layer over it. And I think I could layer the skirt over it for once. So that, and then do things match, those will match with the skirt. The pants are all pretty basic. So everything should match with the pants. I guess it's just, do I really need those sweatpants? So I'm leaving the house in the middle of the day. Our flight is it's in the evening. It's at like 8 something. But we always leave the house early because we ride the bus. We don't know if something's gonna go wrong with the bus. So we'll probably leave the house like at noonish. So it's gonna be the middle of the day. Do I want to be wearing sweatpants? Not really. I don't really want to be wearing sweatpants, but like if I'm gonna bring those sweatpants, I'm gonna have to wear them because they're bulky. Or I could try to pack them. Oh, okay. So I guess just while I'm here, I'm just gonna bring. These are a little bit different. Do I want to bring 2 of the same? So these are like those undershorts I think I talked about. They're not like quite underwear, but they're not really shorts that I would wear out either. They're good for like underdresses and for sleeping. So I kind of like to have them. So they're good for just lounging around. So I usually don't want to bring. Yeah, I mean, they're easy to wash. So like if I sleep in them every night, and then I might end up wearing them under a skirt or something if I already wore the jersey bike shorts. So yeah, do I want to bring, okay, I like this one. Those are comfortable. Do I want to bring a gray one? So I'm just gonna bring those shorts under shorts. The rest is just socks and underwear and bras, which I will grab later. So the last thing, I guess, is just, am I gonna bring those sweatpants? So if I don't bring the sweatpants, then the other option will be these pants. These pants are quite loose and they're wide leg and they're loose in the legs, so they're easy to layer leggings under if it's really cold when we get off the ship, or if we're just outside on the deck because it's a glacier day. Then these pants are good for layering. But I mean, so are any of these pants. Like, none of these pants are really very tight. I don't travel with jeans. Jeans, I have jeans. I'm really not sure why I continue to buy new ones, but they're like leg prisons. Like, sometimes I wear them at home, but if I'm going on vacation, I'm taking a vacation from the jeans. So not bringing any jeans. I just don't feel, like, I feel like these would be practical, but I'm just not in the mood. Like, I wear these a lot here, and they're a little bit cropped, so maybe they'll make my legs cold. I'm gonna bring the sweatpants. Yeah. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna go through all of this and see if I picked out way too much, because I just kind of have this pile of stuff on the floor, and I'm gonna like practice putting it in a packing cube and see if I can even get it all in packing cubes. If I can't, so my rule is I have to fit all of the clothes, including all of the socks and underwear and like that kind of stuff, in 3 medium-sized packing cubes. And that takes up, so 2 packing cubes on one side of the suitcase, and then the third packing cube is like a kind of a compilation of the emergency clothes stuff, and that goes on the other side. So long story short, all of these clothes have to fit divvied up in some way in 3 medium-sized packing cubes. I feel like it doesn't look like that much. We're gonna try, so I'll let you know. First up is my toiletry bag. In here, I pack my minimal makeup, which includes my Subtle Stack 2.0, review coming soon, some extra colors from my older Subtle Beauty stack, a chapstick, a concealer stick, an eyebrow pencil, and a couple of brushes. My deodorant, toothbrush, some Q-tips, some wax strips, a sunscreen stick, my washcloth, a hairbrush, a hair clip, a few panty liners, floss, hair ties and bobby pins, a little packet of jewelry, an eyebrow razor. The shot got cut off here, but I'm also adding a nail file, nail clippers, tweezers, a couple of safety pins, and a little cosmetic spatula, a bra clip, an extra wet wipe, some band-aids, cornstarch-based body powder, a razor, a portable water filter, and my birth control. I always bring along the current pack plus the next pack just in case. Because I keep my toiletry bags packed at all times, this part is very easy. Before each trip, I just top off any products that need refilling and I'm good to go. So like I said, I pack for both my husband and myself, so I consider this one of 2 complementary toiletry bags. Basically, each of us carry our own essentials and each bag fully functions on its own, but for the most part we'll be together and sharing things, but shared items travel with whoever it is most useful to or who has the space. And in my husband's toiletry bag, he has an eyebrow razor, a nail clipper, tweezers, nail scissors, a lot of Q-tips, floss picks, deodorant, toothbrush, a comb, our pharmacy kit containing various sizes of band-aids, disposable masks, Bonine for motion sickness, Benadryl, Tylenol, some Lactaid pills, a bunch of emergency packets, Dramamine, Breathe Right strips, some charcoal pills and Pepto-Bismol pills for tummy problems. And since this will be a heavy eating trip, gotta get our money's worth, you know. I think I'll throw in an extra bottle of Pepto pills just in case. He also carries the laundry soap sheets, extra sanitizing wipes, a couple of dryer sheets, more wet wipes, his water filter, and our clothesline. And I forgot to grab it for this clip but he also has an electric razor that he uses, so I'll add that during my final preparations. I typically pack his personal toiletry items besides the electric razor in this middle compartment, so all of his most used items are convenient, and then I pack all of the other supplies and laundry stuff in the bottom compartment. The same goes for the liquids bags. He carries his essentials, I carry mine, and he carries additional shared things. Totally fair, I know. So in my bag, I have my 3-ounce CeraVe AM Moisturizer SPF 30, some random conditioner, CeraVe Moisturizing Cream, CeraVe Salicylic Acid Wash, some random shampoo, a cocktail of toothpaste, Dr. Bronner's Tea Tree Soap, a tiny dropper bottle filled with the ordinary niacinamide serum, Differin, some preservative-free eye drops, my mascara at the moment, Milani eyeshadow primer, and Essence Tinted Brow Gel. All of these items pack up easily into a quart-size Ziploc bag. I like using these toiletry pouches because they take up less space as I use up the product, so I will have space in my liquids bag in case I purchase something liquid that I want to travel home with. The pink conditioner bottle is also collapsible, but not to the degree that the pouches are. I tried to stack the items into the bag as tightly as possible so that I use up all of the available space while still being able to seal the bag. One thing I didn't show in here is my contact case filled with BB cream and foundation. I just forgot to grab it, but it's super small and I can easily slip it into the bag later. In my husband's liquids bag, he has his 2 hair products, random shampoo, CeraVe healing ointment, toothpaste cocktail, arnica gel, CeraVe salicylic acid lotion, a hand sanitizer, a few preservative-free eye drops, a fast-drying top coat, a little bottle of Dawn dish soap, CeraVe itch relief cream, Neosporin, and a little bit of sanitizer spray. I do the same thing with his bag, packing in all the larger items and really trying to wedge things in to get as much in there as possible. If you're wondering, there is rhyme and reason to the specific quantities of each product that I pack. Mainly, I want to make sure I have enough of the products that would be more difficult to replace, such as my skincare. But for things like shampoo, which is everywhere, I pack just enough to get us through the first couple of days if for some reason we find ourselves in a place that doesn't provide shampoo. And if you're wondering what the Dawn dish soap is for, you'll see when I get to packing up my miscellaneous items in my backpack. This bag is a little more difficult to close because one of the bottles is pretty tall and it's not a product that I'm able to decant, but I make it work. This is my favorite part of packing. When I have all of my toiletries freshly cleaned and refilled and I get to perfectly pack them up in the Ziplocs all snug as a bug, it's so satisfying. Hi, it is now officially time to pack. So I did manage to fit all of the clothes that I showed you in the last section in these 3 packing cubes. So this cube is tops and underwear, this cube is bottoms and socks, and this is my emergency cube that has full sets of clothes, tops, bottoms, and socks and underwear for about 3 days. One thing that you didn't see that I forgot to show you in the last segment was I did add, it's in one of these cubes, I did add my basic black crew neck sweatshirt. That sweatshirt, it's just good for so many things. It's gone on every trip with me since like 2019, so it's just a tradition at this point. So I did grab that, but besides that, I believe you saw all of the clothes besides like my socks and underwear. So I'm gonna start on this side. I like to utilize the space between the bars as much as possible. So this is my hair towel. Can't wash my hair without that. I mean, I guess I could. It just drives me nuts to do it. So yeah, I always bring that. These are my water shoes and they can just go in right there. This is my scarf. It's nice to have that. This one is really sheer, so it's not really gonna work as like a really solid cover up, but it's good for this trip. This is like a plastic fanny pack. It's like if you want to go swimming and you want to just keep your valuables with you. My husband and I both have one of these and I feel like it's just nice to have. So I'm gonna put that there. This is an extra power bank. I do need to mention that I store this power bank in here because it just fits perfectly. And most of the time it's fine because I'm carrying the suitcase as hand luggage. But if the suitcase ever needs to be gate checked, the power bank is on my mental list of items that I need to remove and place in my backpack. So when packing your carry-on suitcase, keep a mental note of the things that you would need to transfer quickly, whether that's medications, medical devices, electronics, paperwork, etc. In my case, this includes my emergency clothing cube and my toiletry bag that contains my medicines. Maybe even write out the list on a sticky note and stick it inside the suitcase so you'll see it when you open it and you can be a little less frazzled in an already frazzling situation. This is like a little portable tripod slash selfie stick. And that can go right there. And I'll just like press everything down so it's all as flat as possible. Then I'm just gonna stick my packing cubes in. Sometimes you have to be a little aggressive. Like, just really gotta smush it down there. This one. So these, I use medium-sized packing cubes. I don't have any other sizes really. I just find that the mediums, they fit perfectly, 2 of them in a carry-on size suitcase, so that's why I always buy mediums. And then I don't like to put anything in like this kind of zipper pocket either. I feel like it just adds bulk in weird places and it makes everything not lie as flat, so that kind of annoys me. This is just my information. This suitcase doesn't really have a good place to hang an exterior luggage tag, and I feel like those might rip off anyway. So I just put my contact information on a little card on the inside. Also, I forgot to mention, I do have an AirTag tucked into a side pocket. I mean, they're carry-ons. We don't plan on letting them out of our sight, but you never really know. So, and with all of the airline disasters that have been going on, I just decided to buy a 4-pack of AirTags. So each suitcase has one and each of our backpacks has one. So I'm just going to cinch this up. That is one side done. So moving on to the other side, this is the bottom. So I put all of the heaviest items down there. This is my emergency packing cube, and there is a little bit of space. Like a flatter item could lie flat here, but I don't have anything right now. So I also have my toiletry bag. I'm just gonna make sure I get that under the lining. That in there. My hat, like I always travel with a hat. I always feel like if I don't pack a hat, I will regret it, but I very rarely wear it, but I just feel like I have to bring it. So I'm gonna tuck this in kind of like so it matches with the curve of the suitcase to try to, so I'm just gonna try to use up as much space as possible. So I'm just gonna stick that in there. These are my Tiva sandals in a shoe bag. This is the laundry bag that came with the suitcase, but I just use it as a shoe bag. This is actually one of my favorite travel items. This is actually a belt bag. But it's so versatile. So it comes with this belt. You can, put it through these back loops and you can wear it around your waist or across your chest like a belt bag. But I like that the belt is detachable, so I can also just use this as a little clutch if I don't want to use the belt. Also, the belt is super versatile because it's just a basic leather belt. It matches with everything, but it has a ton of holes, so it can be worn like through belt loops around your hips as just like a pants belt, but it has enough holes to be worn up on your waist as like a waist cinching belt. So I can also use this to like cinch in my dresses if I want to do that. And then just also in this pouch, I keep this extra chain strap if I want to put the strap on this purse just to have like a little shoulder bag, and a couple of bags of jewelry. Nothing valuable. This is just Amazon costume jewelry. So that is what I travel with. And I'm just going to put that right there. And that is it for the suitcase. Everything fits super well, and I don't have a ton of space, admittedly, for shopping, but especially on this kind of Alaska cruise trip, I don't foresee shopping really. I don't think there's really going to be much to buy. We're mainly there for the scenery and to eat food on the ship. So yeah, didn't really feel the need to save a ton of room. So yeah, I guess I'm packed. On to the personal item. Honestly, this personal item loadout has a lot more stuff in it than it usually does. Most of the time I can get more items in the suitcase, but to be honest, my suitcase is pretty full. I'm bringing more clothes on this trip than I would for a lot of trips. So a lot of space is taken up in there, which means a lot of other things are going to be pushed into the personal item, which is fine because once everything's in here, it's still not like bursting at the gills. It still all fits comfortably with even a little bit of room to add some things. The only reason why I wouldn't want to be adding too many things is that it starts to look kind of bulky and a little bit less personal item-like. But with the amount of things, it looks pretty compact, and I can cinch it down so it'll look passable as a personal item. So in this front pocket, I usually just keep like a bag of tissues and napkins. My nose runs a lot, and so I need those. Also, there's a key leash in this bag, so I will hook my house key onto this. So this admin panel is one of the reasons why I bought this backpack. I was like, I can use all of these little pockets and I won't have to bring pouches. And if you watched my last video, you'll know that that was a mistake. It didn't work out. It's just a mess. So I don't really use many of these pouches. The only thing that I do stick in there is my power bank. This is a 10,000 milliamp one that's just easy to carry. I just stick that there for easy usage. And then also in this front pocket, this is just my kind of purse belt bag. I'll usually wear this on my person as much as possible, but if any of the gate agents has a fit about it, then I just stick it right here. So I'm just gonna put it right there for now. Okay, so opening up the bag, so much space, I love it. So, so there's this kind of like secret side compartment here that's just, it's nice and flat. So I just put my rain jacket in here because it's not something I would really grab often, but it's really compact and flat. So I just like to put that there. And then on the bottom, so these are my slippers. I'm just gonna tuck those on the bottom there. And then this is my puffer, my packable puffer, and it's in a 5-liter dry bag. So that, I feel like this dry bag actually compresses the puffer better than the pouch itself. This is one of those that just like stuffs into its own pocket, and it ends up being kind of a sausage about this big. This is still kind of a sausage, but at least it's smaller. So, and it fits sideways. So I like doing that. This is my travel microfiber towel. Sometimes I use this as a blanket, so I like to have it handy. This, you may giggle, this is a Tupperware. You know, we may be those people. If we see like little desserts that we want to take back to our room and nibble on like gremlins later, a Tupperware. In this Tupperware, just to make the best use of space, I have a cloth mask just in case we need it, my travel scale so that I can, you know, see how much things weigh. We are only flying domestic on this trip, so weights don't matter that much, but I just carry it anyway. This is one of the dry bags. I think it's the 10-liter. My husband has the other one, so that is all 3 dry bags. This is just a reusable bag. It's really compact, and it's just nice to have an extra bag should we need it. This is a phone lanyard. So you take this little plastic thing and you stick it in your phone case, and you can just hang your phone around your neck. So I figured that might be handy. So I just keep all of those things kind of just tucked in this container. And that fits pretty well there. This is my packable backpack from Peak Gear, as seen in a previous video. Love this thing. That's handy. This is my liquids bag. I think later on when we get a little bit closer, I'm gonna add just my Subtle Beauty stack and like just small and a couple of brushes just to the side of this because there is space and we are flying overnight. So probably towards the end of the flight, I will want to like freshen up my face a little bit. So it'll be handy to have those things with me and not up in the overhead. So that can go there. This is our electronics pouch. Anything interesting in here? I am bringing an extension cord, non-surge protected, so it should be fine on the cruise ship. I also have, you know, just all of kind of the usual charging cables. I try to just bring an assortment because, you know, I mean, between the power banks and the phones and whatever other little things, I just like to have an assortment. So I have a mini USB and a USB-C charging cables, 2 lightning cables. I also have a pair of auxiliary headphones. I am bringing the AirPods, but sometimes it's good to just have auxiliary headphones. And I am packing this international universal charging block thing. Even though this is technically a domestic trip, I just find this thing so useful. I know it's kind of large, but it does replace a bunch of like charging blocks. It has, I think, 4 USB-A's, 1 USB-C, plus just 1 regular outlet. So I mean, you can plug in a lot of things to it. So it's handy to have. And that way, like, we don't have, if we have multiple things charging, they can all be charging in one place and they're not like scattered all around. So I like having this. I also have like a wireless charger. I'm not sure if I want to bring that. It does fit in here, but it's just kind of an extra thing. So I don't know. I may pack that, but for now, that is the electronics. These are inflatable neck pillows. I carry them both because my husband tends to put his backpack in the overhead if there's space. So it's just a pain for him to go and get his neck pillow if he put his backpack up there. So I just have 2 of them so we can use them. And the last thing is my camera. I usually don't bring a separate camera on trips. I did hear people saying that if you're going to bring a nice camera on a trip, an Alaska cruise is a great place to do it just because the scenery is worth it. So this is my Sony RX100 M4. I've had it since 2016 and it's still going strong. It takes amazing pictures for how small it is. So bringing that. And I have a couple of extra SD cards. So I think I'm just gonna tuck it into this pocket here for safekeeping. It is gonna be sticking out a little bit, so we'll try to like make room here so that it can fit well, but shouldn't be too bad. You just like wiggle it in and it'll work. This is just the reality of packing. It usually will fit, you just have to keep wiggling it and it'll work. Promise. So also on the outside, I just have an umbrella because, you know, I stick a couple of carabiners on the side. This one is holding my umbrella in just so it doesn't fall out, but I have carabiners everywhere. They're so handy. If there are ever things that for some reason don't fit in the bag, the packable backpack and my puffer jacket that is in the dry bag, if for some reason I need to put something else in the bag and those things don't fit, I can always use the carabiners to hang those things on the outside, and that'll give me some extra space. One thing about this backpack is it doesn't stand up on its own very well. No matter how I pack the bottom, it never does. I'm still deciding if I want to bring the iPad. If I do, it goes in this laptop compartment in the back. So you can cinch this up pretty well. I'll do that later. And so yeah, that is my personal item. So there's just a few things I think that we have together that you didn't see. One of those things is a pair of mini binoculars, just because it's another thing like the camera that people said take binoculars on an Alaska cruise, and we didn't have room for a full-size pair of like super binoculars. So we got a mini pair of binoculars on Amazon for like $10. So my husband is carrying that in his suitcase. Also, he carries our stash of like trash bags and Ziploc bags those things that it's just useful to have extra bags. So he carries those in his suitcase. So I do have a little list of things that just can't really be packed too far in advance. So I will need to add these things later, closer to the trip. A toothbrush is not one of them. I don't know. I don't understand the people that have a toothbrush on their list and they have to make sure they like grab their toothbrush on the morning that they're leaving. We don't deal with that. So toothbrushes are packed. Can't forget those. So just the few things that will need to be packed. My husband's electric razor, he'll be using that up until like the last day, so that will need to go in his toiletry bag. Also, my makeup and my birth control. Our AirPods, we have 3 between 2 of us, so all 3 of the AirPods. My husband has a hydro flask. He uses it for work, but it's quite large. It keeps icy like all day, so we feel like it's worth the wait. So I'll have to grab that right before we leave when he's done with it. And then of course our house keys, wallets, phones, passports, those things that are just kind of scattered about until it's really time to walk out the door. So those, and I'm still deciding if I want to pack the iPad. I don't know, like, do I need it? Am I really going to use it? Or because I mean, everything that can be done on the iPad can be done on the phone. So it would really just be for like reading books, and I can read books on the phone. So I don't know. I guess we're still thinking about that, and it would just be an extra weight. I don't know. I guess we're still deciding on that. Also, what I forgot to mention was what I was going to wear on the plane. So I did take out a few items from the items that you saw. So this is, I mean, it's a bralette. I guess you didn't see that. This is one of the tank tops I chose. These are those Old Navy pants with zippered pockets. This, maybe you didn't see, it's just a zip up hoodie. It's very comfortable. And what I like about having these kind of hoodies is I like to have something that is thin and stretchy enough that I'm able to tie the arms around my waist. Some of them, like if the arms are not stretchy enough, they don't tie around the waist well, and then they have to go in the backpack. So it would fit in the backpack if I really needed to put it in there, but I probably won't because it, fits around my waist well. My Hoka shoes, clearly I'm just into a brown theme right now. Never gonna pack those because they are humongous, but they're comfortable. So for the trip, I was planning on packing heels, but I ended up ditching them. So my footwear options are gonna be these shoes that I'll be wearing, my Teva sandals, which I feel like are kind of cute, and with the amount that people are saying people dress up on Alaska cruises, I feel like I'm not going to be that out of place just wearing my roughly Tevas and not having a pair of heels to wear for dinners. I just couldn't imagine really being on vacation and being like, I'm going to go back to my room so I can put my heels on. I just didn't think that was going to happen. So got my cute but comfy sandals, and then my water shoes, which are mainly for like the pool and hot tub, but I'm thinking I might get a few weird looks, but if it's super rainy anywhere in Alaska, and I really don't want to get these shoes wet because they'll probably take forever to dry, and let's be honest, they're expensive. I don't want to ruin them. So I might just end up wearing those water shoes if it's like treacherous in one of the ports. And then of course I have my slippers because I don't walk around rooms without them. So those are my 4 footwear options, and I think you saw pretty much everything else in the suitcase. The makeup that I will be packing was shown in one of my toiletry bag sections, so I'm not bringing any more than that. You've seen that. I think you saw the birth control too, not that you really need to see the birth control. So really the only thing that you didn't see was my husband's razor, which is kind of boring. It's your usual razor, and the hydro flask. Yeah, besides that you have seen everything that my husband and I are taking on our 7-day Alaska cruise. 2 carry-on suitcases, international size carry-on suitcases, not American sized carry-on suitcases, plus 2 personal item backpacks that are pushing it technically for a personal item size, but we've never been stopped, so we're willing to risk it on those, especially domestic. This vlog has taken place over several days. It's still several days before the trip, so I guess I'm going to edit this vlog and get it up before I leave. So I better get to that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Now that I'm